So I got all the rods and pistons out and I found something pretty bad. What's up, guys? So unfortunately, the motor's got to come out after 300 miles. As I stated in the previous video, I repaired the injector bore in cylinder 4, and to ensure that the fix worked, I ran a leak down test on all 6 cylinders, and the results came back pretty bad. I was seeing 20 to 28% leak down. So yeah, I took the car out after that just to see if I could send it, and I started to get piston slap. So I think what happened was I went with stock bore pistons, and I just had the machine shop hone it. I did give him a piston, so I don't know how he let me go, but I'm not going to blame it all on them. It is what it is. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bore out the block for oversized pistons, probably 0.5 mil over bore, and that should do it. So yeah, I got all the parts out. I got the front end off pretty quickly. I've done this a few times, so that helps. But yeah, I got to strip the whole motor down again, and we'll see. All right, boys, a little update. I got the motor and trans out. I take it out all as one unit because I find it easier to put the trans on the motor outside of the car, because getting to these bolts and then lining up the splines for the flywheel is kind of a bitch when it's in the car. So yeah, now I just got to figure out where the fuck I'm going to put all this shit in my small ass garage. I guess I'm just going to unmate the trans and just leave it somewhere, and then put the motor on a stand, and eventually I got to clear all this shit out, and I'm going to tear the motor down in the back. All right, boys, I got the head off, and I think my diagnosis was pretty spot on. As you can see here, the sleeves are smooth. There's no more crosshatch, so it's most likely going to be the piston to wall clearance, but my buddy was telling me it could also be excess fuel or bad braking. However, my old block over here, the crosshatch is still good. If it'll focus, I can still see the crosshatch on this one pretty good. And I did the same break-in on this motor, and it's fine. So I'm gonna check the bearings and everything, make sure the crank is still good, but hopefully it should just be an easy fix. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bore the block out for 0.5 mil over pistons. So these are stock bore 84 millimeter. I'll be doing 84.5 millimeter pistons, and yeah, it should be good. So I got all the rods and pistons out and I found something pretty bad. As you can see here, this is cylinder 4. It should have like a little lip here. It doesn't have it anymore. So the crank is shot, and the cause of that was a spun bearing in cylinder 4, the same cylinder that I was having the injector bore issues in. As you guys can see here, I have an injector. Let's pop it in real quick so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Look at how loose it goes in there. Look at the play. It should never be that loose in there. I don't know. Maybe I just messed it up because I was rushing to get the motor put together, and this is the type of shit that happens when you rush. So yeah, it isn't the end of the world. I'll just source another crank, and this connecting rod is probably going to need to be replaced because I don't really trust that. And I'm still going to go overbore with new pistons just to start fresh. So yeah, we'll get there. At least the turbo's still good. I'm gonna send this cover out for a T51R mod because I just missed that T51 noise. I had it on my 62 and that shit sounded beautiful. The head is still good. Probably just gonna have it cleaned and decked along with the block. This time around, since I'm not really rushing, I want to paint the block and the head. I'm just gonna keep on tearing it down, pull the crank all the way out, pull the bed plate off. Hopefully the main journals are still good, because I really don't want to line hole into the block. Here's the inside of the oil pan. Got a nice rod bearing soup. It's pretty bad. But yeah, I'm just gonna get all the parts I need and head over to my machine shop, not the one that honed this block, but my original one, and probably just give him all the parts and have him put the bottom end together, just because I don't feel like doing it again. So in conclusion, 2 issues. We spun a rod bearing and the piston to wall clearance. Mint. Fire. I'm going to keep on giving you guys updates. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.